Hello everybody, my name is David Kimani. I am from Birmingham, Alabama, but originally I'm from Nairobi, Kenya. I was born there in Kiambu, and I moved to the States with my family when I was about 4 years old. Sahani Cuisine is a food truck that my family and I we have here in Birmingham, Alabama. We serve authentic Kenyan dishes to the community in Birmingham. We have a very big, diverse community here in Birmingham, so we serve things from lamb, nyama choma, matumbo, samosa, sausages, all that to the Kenyans and Americans here in Alabama.
Kenya is beautiful.
Yeah.
Most people should know about it.
Yeah.
A lot of people, everybody should know about it.
Sahani gives us the taste of our homeland, and that taste brings nostalgia. So you're nostalgic na kuanyaga tuka sisi tunakuwa tunarudi tunakuwa patrons, customers.
Hi, my name is Wendia. I love Sahani. I eat it every week. Josh should get some nyama choma. Every nyama choma Sunday. We love it.
Oh, okay. What's your relationship to Kenya and Kenyans?
My relation, I'm Kenyan.
You don't sound Kenyan.
I'm camera shy.
Growing up in Birmingham, Alabama, Kenyan-born, US-raised David Kimani had a dream of building a multi-million-dollar restaurant business either in the US or Kenya. Then coronavirus happened and it seemed like the dream would die. But there was a silver lining to the pandemic because it's during these lockdowns and shutdowns and isolations that David and the family had time to think through his ideas and come up with a winning business plan. Hello and welcome to Diaspora Life with me, Chris Omano. Coming up is the story of a Kenyan family in Birmingham, Alabama that used the pandemic downtime to start a food truck business serving authentic Kenyan dishes within the Birmingham vibrant food scene. It's the story of a dream that turned into reality. Welcome. This is an aerial view of the city of Birmingham, Alabama. It is a little past midnight on this warm spring Saturday night, and the city has pretty much gone to sleep. Straight from the airport, my crew and I first stop here and are amused by what we see in the streets this late hour. Located on this prime downtown Capside Street between the 19th and 20th Streets, just a few blocks away from the University of Alabama in Birmingham and the famous Railroad Park, was this conspicuous food truck that made us think for a moment that we were back in the streets of Nairobi. This is Sahani, which loosely translated means a dish plate in English. This mobile food truck, owned and run by Mr. Mbui and his sons, has been turning heads in Birmingham not only because of its unique branding, but also because of what it has on its menu, distinctly authentic Kenyan dishes. Sema chairman. Namna gani bwana?
Tumefurahia sana. Sahani, and we are doing lazima to promote and very delicious foods we are carrying, and is kitu moja nafurahia sana promoting you even other Kenyans.
In the streets, yeah.
At least tunaendelea. Thank you.
Very good. Majina ni?
Naitwa Mark Ikonye.
Awesome, good.
Thank you.
What's up, man?
Hello, how you doing?
Good. How is business?
Business is good.
Yeah.
Eventually, I want to take this over to the homeland. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So maybe make it into like a franchise or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been good. Business has been good.
So like right now, how long are you guys free to operate until what time?
So we are open until 2 a.m. So
Is that true?
Yeah, we're open
Wow.
6 days a week from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m.
This evening, however, you won't get to taste the true Kenyan dishes like nyama choma, mokimo, and mbuzi choma, even chapati, because this late in the hour, Sahani is catering to a totally different clientele, which is composed mainly of late-night revelers, either going in or coming out of entertainment joints. Most of them are university students out for a song and dance, and possibly a hookup. The person running this show here tonight is David Kimani, born in Kenya but raised in the US for the most part. He is in fact the manager of Sahani food truck.
Hello everybody, my name is David Kimani. I am from Birmingham, Alabama, but originally I'm from Nairobi, Kenya. I was born there in Kiambu, and I moved to the States with my family when I was about 4 years old, and I've been here in Birmingham ever since then. Grew up in Birmingham schools, went to college here in Alabama as well, and now I work full-time here in Birmingham.
What's Sahani kitchen? So, let's call it. I think those are two different things. What's Sahani cuisine?
So Sahani Cuisine is a food truck that my family and I we have here in Birmingham, Alabama. We serve authentic Kenyan dishes to the community in Birmingham. We have a very big, diverse community here in Birmingham. So we serve things from lamb, nyama choma, matumbu, samosa, sausages, all that to the Kenyans and Americans here in Alabama.
Kenya is beautiful.
Yeah.
Most people should know about it.
Yeah.
A lot of people, everybody should know about it. They come from a beautiful place. It's a beautiful heritage. It's a beautiful culture. I'm happy to be in Birmingham, Alabama, a part of it. Also come out to the World Game, support. They have Kenyan athletes. Anybody from Kenya coming down to the World Game?
Yeah.
We love them. They got a place to come party and chill and relax.
Yeah.
After they done with training, of course.
Awesome.
Calm.
I love your shot, man.
Thank you, man.
I love your shot, bro. There you go.
From way back when, David and his family had a dream of one day running a restaurant business. But they had in mind a typical brick and mortar kind of restaurant. And in fact, beginning in 2018, they had put together enough cash to start their first restaurant. But then coronavirus happened, and like every other business, they had to put their plans on hold. Interestingly, it's also during this pandemic time that Kimani and his family finally purchased a food truck. After about a year of planning, they finally opened for business in May 2021, serving up authentic Kenyan dishes within Birmingham's vibrant food scene.
When did you start this business?
So in the midst of the pandemic, we started brainstorming ideas. People, not going to work and whatnot. We sat down as a family and we came up with many ideas of what to do as a business. My dad, he would always be grilling on Sundays, and it was an idea of my brother to always open up a restaurant.
Yeah.
So in the midst of the pandemic, we decided to go to the marketplace, look for a food truck or a truck in general, and turning it into a food truck. So it started back in 2019, the process of everything, and then leading on to 2020 and
What are the advantages for you, at least, of having a food truck than just a restaurant?
That's a very good question. So I think the biggest advantage is just the mobility of it all. With a restaurant or brick and mortar, you're relying on people to come to you whenever they're hungry. But with a food truck, you're able to go to different locations. As you saw this past weekend, we're able to go downtown where people are late at night, or even like events. We have the 2022 World Games coming to Birmingham soon. So there are various locations where different people will be. So it's going to be an advantage for us to take the food truck there, sell, food there, and then, just the mobility of being able to go to different places is the biggest advantage.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, that explains it. There's a very strong Kenyan branding component in Sahani. What's the idea behind that? Was that your idea or your parents' idea?
So it actually goes back to my brother. Even the name itself, Sahani. He's always had this dream of opening up a restaurant, and even when we were able to do it, it became a dream turned into reality.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of each one of us, we play a big part in this business. Coming up with a menu and different food items. Nyama choma, that was definitely a big one. Samosas and stuff like that. So we all play a big part in the food truck as far as food preparation and even marketing and all that good stuff. We all play different roles within the food truck.
In your view, from experience really, because you do this, what are the Kenyan foods that many people, that attracts, of course most Kenyans will go for the normal, our normal food, but over time, what have you realized that most Americans are interested in?
So most Americans are interested in something different. Things change every single day. With things changing, there's food changing and new ideas and new concepts. So bringing nyama choma or matumbu or even a samosa to an American is mind-blowing to them. They've never had it before. So the way we market ourselves is we take pictures of our plates and make it look real good and real nice, and then we post that on our pages, and people don't know what nyama choma is or matumbu or a samosa. So for them to see it and for them to come and taste it is what I feel like is what's been good to us. Yeah.
We were in the streets way past midnight, and that reminded me of back in Kenya when we were teenagers, and we go to discos and come out, and there's nowhere to get fries.
Yeah.
Back then we used to call it chips.
Yeah.
I saw that seemed to sell so much
Yes.
to a crowd, especially the young crowd that was going through the streets. Can you speak to that, please?
So I think as you mentioned, when you're coming out of a disco or something like that, people want finger food, something nice, light, easy, something they can snack on the way home in the car. So I think we market ourselves there to where we sell stuff like fries or samosas or sausages. We sell those small finger foods that they can dip, in a sauce.
Yeah.
We have our special Sahani sauce, it's really good, that we make from scratch. They dip in their sauce and take that. So we market ourselves in those small things. So when we go out late at night, we exclude stuff like the ugali and the rice and stuff like that. We do more of the finger foods.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sahani gives us the taste of our homeland, and that taste brings nostalgia, because mtu mwingine anaweza kupikia hiyo chakula akiangalia recipe nyumbani kwa YouTube ama kwa Google ama wapi, lakini tunajua kupika kama wao hiyo chakula kutoa nyumbani kama mokimo. Najoka sasa vile mamangu alienda nyumbani. Ako kama kimo mimi na upataka tu hapa. Sasa unaona hiyo nostalgia na kufanya watu kasi sisi tunakuwa tunarudi tunakuwa petrol customers.
Hi, my name is Wendia. I love sahani. I eat it every week. Y'all should get some nyama choma. Every nyama choma Sunday. We love it.
Oh, okay. What's your relationship to Kenya and Kenyans?
My relation, I'm Kenyan.
You don't sound Kenyan.
I'm camera shy.
Welcome back. Even though Sahani is patronized mostly by the wider American community in Birmingham who want to test something different, it's strongly anchored within the Kenyan community in Birmingham. Keep watching.
Most Kenyan supporters of Sahani worship at this church, Legacy Church, run by senior pastor Nganga. After closing business late last night, David rushed home, took a 2-hour sleep, woke up, took a shower and came here. If he is not in church in good time, there won't be any praise and worship. The Mbui family is part of this Kenyan community, so they have to come here first before they rush home soon after service to prepare Kenyan dishes for some of these people.
But I realized that you also, apart from just the truck, you have a small kitchen where where you prepare the food. Yes. Can you speak to that?
So, in earlier this year, we were renting a very small space inside of somebody else's kitchen here in Birmingham. And for a food truck, you have to have it's called a commissary. So you can't prep your stuff at home or, on the truck. You have to prepare your stuff inside of a commercial kitchen. So once they had an issue with their commissary and they weren't able to have any more people using it. So that's when we had to branch out and go to different places in Birmingham trying to find somewhere to rent a commissary. But we came across a really good man. He was retiring his business, and he was able to allow us to rent the whole kitchen for our own. So now we're listing it as a commissary. So we're gonna have other food trucks in Birmingham come and be able to use our kitchen for commercial use.
Oh, so you can easily rent out your kitchen too.
Yes. So we can have, I think, a total of like 10 different businesses. So they'll come in, have their stuff in there in their refrigerators, and they'll be able to use that as a commissary because it's required by the state to have a commissary to use.
I'm told that you understand this concept very well. Please give us some background to this.
Background to the building?
Yes.
Well, it was, I started it in 1995 as a catering business, and just a couple of months ago, David took it over. But we did meat 3, we did typical American food, some Italian food, but we've, like I said, before that, my father had a restaurant on the north side of Birmingham. He started in 1963, and then unfortunately he passed away in 1972. I took it over and ran it till 1995, and I came here. And this just blossomed, came out really nice. David has been a great person to take over for me. I didn't know, I don't have any kids to run it, so David's done great.
Now it's gone international. Now people are watching you from around the world, from Africa, and this is just great.
It is. This is my first time eating African food. I don't know anything about it. I do like lamb, so I got lamb. So we're going to enjoy this.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot.
Hey guys. Acha nishike Mkenya akikula kanini kaugali.
Ndio hiyo.
Sasa how you doing?
Mtu Nakuru.
Oh, mtu Nakuru.
I'm home Nakuru.
Very good.
I'm a 5'8".
Awesome.
That's a place, yeah. Yep.
So umekuja kukula kaugali?
Umekuja kula kaugali.
Very good.
Sunday lazima nikule ugali. That's a must. Na matumbo. You have to. This is matumbo bwana.
Hata mimi nimeitisha matumbo.
Inakuja. Hii lazima.
Lazima hii bwana.
Tunakula pizza, tunakula vitu zingine. Leo Sunday lazima tutoka kanisa. We deal with this thing.
Very good.
Yes.
Awesome.
Tuko nyumbani, tuko home kabisa. Tuko home kabisa hapa hivi.
Kwa majina unaitwa?
Naitwa Michael Juki. Urithi.
Nakuru.
From Nakuru.
Nakuru County.
I was a cop.
Is that true?
Nika resign in the US.
Ukakuja kutafuta American dream.
Pesa. Dollar first. When they came here to visit, nikaona wanalipa mzuri kuliko huko. And resign. Woo!
Ukasema
nikaanza kupaka upepo rangi hapana. Kuja America.
This is now Sahani Kitchen.
This is Sahani Kitchen.
You've never tasted any...
Oh, you have time?
Yeah, this is my first time, but at least for the first time, not really the first time, but I can say for the first time, I've come across matumbo that looks like the matumbo that I'm used to. At times, matumbo here look white.
Yes.
It's too clean to be matumbo, but so this is real. This is from Jamhuri. No, it's not from Jamhuri, but it looks more closer to what we eat in Kenya.
Yes. Hello.
On a normal Sunday afternoon, this place will be packed by Kenyans enjoying nyama choma with ugali. Today, however, most have gone to attend to the funeral arrangements of one of their own who passed away recently from cancer. Mama Barbara, as she's commonly known, was a pillar of the community, a person who touched the lives of so many people in a very profound way.
She has been a great friend of Mama Barbara, and she has also been a part of the team that has been working concerning this day, and also the news that we are going to report concerning the burial. So she's going to represent the community and the team that has been putting this together.
Praise God. Praise God again. Amen. I'm Monica Geduka and I love the Lord. And tonight, as I share a little bit about Margaret.
Back to Sahani Kitchen, there was one other thing that the family needed to show me before I boarded my flight back home. The place where Sahani started, so here we are.
So the story of Sahani Kitchen continues, and we are here because apparently Sahani Kitchen has a history. It seems to start from here. Right now I'm speaking to Mama David's mom, but they call her Mama Collins because Collins is David's elder brother. So Mama Collins, please give us some history about Sahani Kitchen.
Well, Sahani Kitchen, when we began at this spot where we're standing. This is a restaurant called the Little London. It's a British restaurant, and when we were looking everywhere where we could get a commissary, this is where we were able to acquire a spot, and we came and they received as well.
So what's the commissary to the lay person? What does commissary
A
mean?
commissary, once you own a food truck, you cannot do any preparations in the house. So you have to have a kitchen, which is allowed by the state where you're running. And that is what a commissary is. That is where you prepare all the foods and you do all the cleanings You deposit all the oils. There is the wastewater in the truck. That is where you come and deposit it.
Like any business, there are always those challenges, especially when you're starting up. What would you say were the main challenges?
We had a lot of challenges because initially when we started, we had somebody from Little London who guided us with all the licenses and the procedure on how to acquire those licenses. You cannot operate a food truck without the required food licenses. And that is the main reason why when we were looking for a commissary, we were looking for a friendly person who would accommodate us and show us what to do. Awesome. That was the greatest challenge we had.
We have to stop there for today because our time is up. However, I have more great stories from Alabama lined up in the coming weeks, and I hope you'll make a date with us. I promise you won't be disappointed. Thank you for watching. Join us again next week, same place, same time, as we bring you more stories from the diaspora. Kwaheri.